A lot of times throughout our life, doors have been shut in our face, and how we react to that is pretty much what determines our future, right? So we want to react in positive ways when things like this kind of throw us off kilter. 2020 threw a lot at us, and we really had to roll with the changes. And it's not the first time things have been shut in my face, and I'm sure it's not the first time for you, but when doors close, you have to know that God is always there, and God is going to provide no matter what avenue He is sending you down. And it's usually a much better road. For example, this is my 21st year working in television and radio and NASCAR. I've been given some really awesome opportunities throughout the years, and doors were opened, and people only tend to see the successful moments. They don't see the moments where the doors were shut in your face and the failures you had to get to where you are today. They only see where you are in the moment. And I relate that to all of our NASCAR families going through the highs and the lows of your racing career and your family being on the road, off the road, and having to adjust to these changes. When 2014, I had an awesome opportunity in the truck series, and I thought it was super cool that I was allowed to be named as the first female pit road reporter in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Well, the door shut really quickly in my face. Within 2 years, that door shut, and I was really frustrated with God, because He had led me down this path and He had given me this talent. And I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing in my life. And for about 30 days, I started to question why I was going down this route in NASCAR broadcasting if the doors were going to shut in my face, and another door opened up. And for those of you that remember back to the Speed Channel days, God had provided me the opportunity to be a reporter on NASCAR race day. It ended up being the #1 pre-race show for a decade. I did that for 10 years with over 1 million viewers every Sunday. And I tell this story because I was really defeated and doors had been shut in my face, but God over-delivered on where He was sending me. And I just want people to know that God has our back, and we have to have the confidence in Him and not be fearful for where He is sending us. And that journey, of course, came to an end. My television career kind of dwindled down, and I wasn't really sure where I was falling in the NASCAR community. But lo and behold, I've never stopped in these 21 years. He keeps providing work year after year, and I've been able to do what I love. However, because of my doors being shut in my face on the Speed Channel side, when Speed Channel went away, things shifted in my life, in my career, in my family, and how was I going to react to that? So for me, I looked at, okay, if He's shutting this door, I would have never quit my job. I would have never walked away from the NASCAR television ranks. But I feel like it was the best thing that ever happened to me when a door shut in my face, because what God provided for me on the other side was way more than I ever imagined or could have hoped for my future. It opened up doors in the fitness industry. And for those of you that know my background and my history, I was just getting into the fitness world and really involved with Burn Boot Camp and really loved it. And I knew that the people there had so much passion, and I knew I could change lives there at that level, more so than talking about race cars going in circles. And so it really just led me to love on these people, and to love and to feed emotion and feed confidence into a lot of these women that they didn't have prior to coming to a fitness community. And so I started spending a lot of my time with people and families, women especially, that maybe never had the confidence that they had in their lives, and they were always putting themselves last. And for me, I could relate to that. I could relate to putting myself last. I was so focused on my career, on my family, that I really didn't take care of myself for a lot of years. And so I finally got the opportunity to do that, and I started to reap the rewards of it. For me, when my husband and I decided to go down the business route of opening up a gym and opening up a Burn Boot Camp, my whole world shifted, and I was still able to do my NASCAR work and my love and passion for NASCAR. So I have the best of both worlds these days, because I get to pick and choose what races I want to work. I get to pick and choose where I want to travel to. Yet I really love what I do and impacting the lives and changing lives over here in my Burn Boot Camp community. So I kind of have adjusted with this crazy life and how we always used to travel and just go, 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 that God really forced me to stop, right? God forced me to slow down, especially in 2018. For those of you that know, in June of 2018, I was covering the NASCAR race at Sonoma when a car hit me while I was out jogging. And my whole world was kind of rocked for a couple weeks, months leading after that, because after that, you know, I was in the hospital and I was by myself. And who came to see me were my NASCAR family. You know, it was Michael McDowell at the hospital. It was Gay Joy that came to see me. It was Nick and Amy Terry that showed up at my room at my ICU. So I was in a bed in California at the hospital, and the only people I was surrounded by were my NASCAR family. So it reminded me that how much I'm loved and how much I'm cared for by our NASCAR community, and that God was going to bring me through this circumstance. And I remember thinking as I was laying there in the bed, waiting for my husband to come from North Carolina, like, okay, this isn't the end. This wasn't the end of my story, that God had a lot bigger things planned for me. And I better show up because he's put me here and he's given me more time on this earth, and my time is not done. I have a lot to accomplish still. So I have lives to change. I have lives to impact. And so it occurred to me then that it was more about what I was doing in the NASCAR community with broadcasting. I love talking about racing, but how can I change people's lives? How can I impact them? And so after that moment, that's when we had just signed the paperwork for our business for Burn Boot Camp, but we had not opened up our doors yet. So when I recovered after my skull fracture, recovered after coming back from California and went through a few months of therapy, I hit the ground running to open up our business with Burn Boot Camp, because I knew God had given me a second chance at life. He had given me more opportunity to impact others, and I wasn't going to waste my time. And so I think about those moments when doors get shut in our face and how we react to them. And I could have been angry that I was hurt. I could have been angry that I had setbacks, that I had physical demands on my body that questioned if I was ever going to be better. And I know as many of you that have gone through these injuries with your husbands in the NASCAR community, when they have head injuries and concussions, it's really frustrating as family members to be patient with your spouse and to be patient with your other family members as they go through trying to figure out if they're 100% yet. But I knew that God had big things in store for my husband and I. And so Jared and I hit our business full force, and we were able to both still stay in the NASCAR community. But what we've done there in 2.5 years, impacting lives of others, has been tremendous for me. It's given me a lot of personal growth too, because I've been able to do some things that I never set out to do and never had the time to do because of NASCAR. And those doors shutting in your face will lead you to better places, and God will over-deliver where He's taking you. So I just want you to have the faith and the confidence and the patience. You may not see the answer now, but what He has in store for you and where He's taking you is more than you can imagine and more than you can dream up. So stay after it. Don't lose hope. Don't lose the energy and the passion and the purpose that you bring to your life, whether it's with your career, with your family, supporting your spouse's career. It's all with good reason, and you are going to reap the rewards on the other end if you just stick with it and you stay positive. I know for me, we've grown tremendously. In my 21 years of NASCAR, I feel like I've come full circle, and I've learned. I've grown as an individual, I've grown as a wife, I've grown as a mother, and I'm so proud of everything I accomplished in my career, but I'm really proud of the lives that I'm impacting today. And that brings me great joy and things that I've never been able to experience. And I wouldn't have been able to experience had God not shut those doors on me.